Hi Virgo, welcome to your love reading for March 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so you have two jumping cards that jumped when I was properly shuffling. Let me show you what they are. The first one that jumped for you right away was the Sun. So no matter what your marital status is, there is positive energy around your love life. This can be marriage, this can be having a child, but it just represents happiness. So I'll put that back into the deck. You also had this card. You have the Eight of Swords. So this means that for some of you, you might be feeling completely powerless as far as something that's happening in your love life. You feel like this is something that's completely out of your hands. But again, you did have the Sun, so I feel like wherever it is that you feel stuck or you feel like there's nothing that you can do, there could be a positive outcome. Okay, so I'm going to put them back into the deck. Let's start with this one and get 9 cards for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Virgo for March 2018. The first card is the Lovers. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for March. The Sun. So here it is again. You did have it jump from the other deck, and then it's your second card. Love reading for Virgo. The Page of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for March. King of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Virgo. Judgment. Love reading for the sign of Virgo. The Five of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Virgo for March. The Four of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Virgo. The Three of Cups. And the Eight of Swords. So here it is again. Both cards that jumped for you from the other deck have popped up again. Okay, what's the most important message that Virgo needs to hear for March 2018? The Emperor. So March is a time where whatever it is that's happening in your love life, you have to take control of it. The Emperor is all about being in control. This is about creating stability. This is about you kind of taking the lead in your love life. So if there's something weird going on where a partner is not committing to you, or there's something going on in a relationship that you don't like, it's going to be up to you to fix that or to change that. We'll come back to this card to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. Let me just make this a little clearer for you. Okay, so the first 3 cards that you have, Virgo, are the Lovers, the Sun, and the Page of Wands. So clearly, the first card, you have the Lovers. This is a significant relationship. This can be marriage. This could be your life partner. And again, you have the Sun again. This card jumped for you from the other deck. Happiness, a positive outcome, success, possibly marriage. You also have the Page of Wands. So the pages do often represent communication, and this page is about good news. So I feel like something has changed regarding a relationship. It's like it's being emphasized right here. A relationship that is really important to you with the Lovers. Maybe this is already, this is your spouse, or this could be someone that you want to be married to, someone that you want to have a relationship with. There is a lot of positive energy around this relationship, or there's a lot of positive energy around you finding love in the month of March. And there can be communication for those that are hoping to hear from someone from the past. You're getting that communication with the Page of Wands. There is good news. Also with the Page of Wands, it's also about change and excitement. So I feel like there's something shifting in your love life in March, where there's just kind of positive energy. It's a good time to start a relationship. It's a good time to try to fix things with a partner. It's a good time to meet somebody new. There's just positive energy around your love life, positive energy around finding your life partner, and possibly communication from someone that you're hoping to hear from. Now, in the second row here, you have a court card. You have the King of Cups. So this is a water sign. This would be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Now, there's something interesting going on right here, right next to this person. So you have Judgment, and Judgment does usually represent a relationship resurfacing that was over, or it looked like it was about to end. This is a relationship rising from the ashes, a new beginning, a second chance. And there is, a loss here with the Five of Cups. This is, a really painful energy of someone that is just crushed, disappointed that something didn't work out. So I've been seeing these two cards, and this could be with someone who is a water sign. It could be that you're crushed and you're disappointed that maybe someone was not who you thought they were, or somebody let you down. And this is, just an energy of like being really disappointed that something didn't work out. But yet, you have a new beginning here. You have a second chance where you thought it was over. I just kind of feel like the message for you this month is it's not over. It's not over. And it can be with someone who's a water sign, but it could be someone who is in that energy. There's just disappointment, but then the relationship resurfacing. That could be what I'm seeing here with the Page of Wands. There is good news. And it could be going back to the main energy that, if you're going to allow this person back into your life, that's going to be completely up to you with the Emperor. You're in charge. So you're going to say, yes, I want you back. Or yes, I want to stay in this relationship. Or you're going to say, too much has happened and I can't. That's going to be up to you. You have to be empowered. You are in control. But the Lovers as the first card, I feel like whatever your situation is, there are significant changes in your love life in March. But I feel here where someone let you down or there was unhappiness, you're giving someone a second chance. Again, the Sun is saying positive outcome. Now down here, you have the Four of Swords. So this can be, somebody that needed some space, somebody that maybe didn't know what to do. This is a lot of mental energy. You also have right here in the same row, the Eight of Swords. This card jumped for you when I was properly shuffling. And here it is again, just like the Sun. This is you feeling like this, I'm just trapped and there's nothing that I can do. For some of you, this can even be a different message. I don't want to continue with the same message because sometimes there are just different messages. One thing that I'm getting from this row is that somebody could have asked for some space. Somebody could maybe needed some time to move out, just kind of figure out maybe what they want. And you might be feeling, completely powerless. You might be feeling like there's nothing I can do to stop them. There's nothing I can do to change their mind. And you feel stuck. Because you have a really positive card in the middle. And I feel like if that has happened, where somebody has asked for some space or some time away, there's still a lot of happiness here. So, it's kind of like the same message that I was seeing up here, where someone let you down, disappointed you, crushed you. I still see the relationship resurfacing here. Because even though you have this difficult energy of the Four of Swords, somebody needing space, nobody wants to hear from their partner that they need space. And you feel powerless, like there's nothing I can do to change their mind. I'm powerless. I still see you being extremely happy here with the Three of Cups. This is joy, laughter, celebration, but this also represents a marriage. So maybe if somebody moved out and you feel like it's ending, there are very clear messages in this reading that it's not ending. Whether it's a marriage or a relationship, it's not ending. And if you look down the center of the reading here, this is marriage. The Sun also represents marriage. And you've got Judgment in the middle here. Which, like I said, this is giving someone a second chance and a relationship rising from the ashes. I just feel like whatever is going on with you, you've got to stay in control. Whether you're the one deciding whether you want somebody back or whether you're going to stay with someone. Or maybe you just have to kind of stay in control while somebody figures out what they want, if they want to stay with you or stay married to you. You've got to stay in control with the Emperor being here. Be really self-confident knowing you're going to get what you want. Okay, so let's get a few more cards from the same deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for March 2018? You have Temperance. What other messages are there for Virgo for March? The Eight of Pentacles. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for March? Justice. And I'll put that there. Okay, so you have two major arcanas. You have Temperance and Justice with the Eight of Pentacles in the middle. So the Eight of Pentacles does mean that there's a lot to be done as far as building a relationship up. Or maybe if you're hoping to start a relationship with somebody new, there's a lot that has to happen in order for you to be with this person or in order for you to fix a relationship. Because I kind of feel even though you start off really positive with the Lovers, obviously you are madly in love with someone or you know who you want. And yes, there's positive energy around it, good news and change. You know, I still see something a little bit strange down here with perhaps someone needing some space, someone needing to figure things out mentally, you feeling stuck, even though there is good news here. So there is work to do. You have the Eight of Pentacles. There's work to do to build this relationship up. And you're being asked to be patient. You have Temperance. Temperance is telling you to be very forgiving, be very patient with your partner. Because I mean, I feel, based on what I see here, that somebody may be taking their time. And you might feel like, you know, you can't do anything about this. You're just going to have to give them the space. Temperance is just saying, don't do anything extreme. Just let things fall into place. You also have Justice, another major arcana. And Justice does mean that, you know, somebody could be making things up to you. Justice usually comes up when you have been done wrong in some way. You have been treated unfairly. You have been the underdog. So it could be, now seeing these three cards, it can mean that, you know, somebody could be coming back from the past and they're trying to make things up to you with Justice. I mean, with Justice, someone has been hurt. Someone has been wrong, whether it's you or your partner. And, I mean, you have Temperance. It's like somebody did you wrong and there's a need to forgive with Temperance. Like, there's a need to come from a higher place and be able to kind of hear their side of the story and forgive them. And this may not be easy with the Eight of Pentacles being here. This could require a lot of, you know, time and effort to build the relationship up again. So for some of you, there could be someone coming back into your life from the past, but you may kind of feel like, I don't know if I can trust them again. Although I still see things working out with the Judgment card being here. Whatever you thought was lost, a relationship or a person you thought was gone from your life, I feel like they're resurfacing again. Okay, let's get some more confirmation from the second deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Virgo for March 2018? You have the Ten of Wands. Messages for the sign of Virgo for March. The Eight of Cups. Messages for Virgo. Page of Swords. So put that there. What's the most important message that Virgo needs to hear for March 2018? The Ace of Swords. And I feel like for some of you, this means that you've got to really see the truth of what's going on in your situation. You really got to see the truth. You need clarity. And I felt with this energy down here, someone does not have clarity. I can't tell if this is you or your partner, although we are going to look into this reading a bit more. I'm going to do a continuation of this reading in the same video, so maybe we'll get more information. I just feel like here someone doesn't know. They're trying to figure things out. And I feel like there will be clarity as far as your love life. Like somebody will finally know what they want from you, or you will know how you feel about someone. The Ace of Swords just means truth and clarity. Somebody finally has a clear head. We'll come back to this card. So let's look at these three. So this is like a pretty crystal clear message. And it can be something different than what we're seeing over here. You have the Ten of Wands. This is someone that is extremely fed up. I mean, the Ten of Wands is a really kind of heavy energy, baggage. And when this card comes up, it's like you just feel like you just can't do it anymore. You feel like you've reached you're at the end of your rope and you're about to snap. You can't take the arguments or the fighting or the energy in the relationship anymore. Ironically, it came out with the Eight of Cups, which usually does mean that somebody wants to move on. This is an energy of of goodbye. This is the goodbye card. Feeling like I need to focus on my own happiness and I need to move on from this. So it could be that someone is feeling very drained by what's happening in a relationship, and they may be feeling like, it's time for me to move in a different direction. You have the Page of Swords here, so it could be that it could be time for you to admit that. I mean, you have the Ace of Swords, like I said. I felt like this is just clarity, like you finally have a clear head and you know what you have to do. It could be that there is a very honest conversation in March. For those who maybe are unhappily married or you are unhappily committed, because I mean there's no way to kind of sugarcoat what I see right here. And this can be a different message from what you see on this side. I just see someone that's kind of reached, you know, the end of the line and feeling like they can't continue anymore. And somebody that feels like they need to move on for their own sanity, for their own happiness. This is an energy that's telling you you have every right to look for your own happiness. You have every right to find someone that loves you. So it could be that you're admitting this to someone that you're married to, someone that you're dating, or even to yourself. Because I just feel like in the month of March, like Virgo has a clear head. You're finally having that aha moment in your love life. Like, this is the person that I really want to be with, or this is a person that I really love. Or it could go the other way. You could finally see that, you know what, I don't really love this person. I think someone else would make me happier. Or this person is not really what I want. Because I see that right here. And, now that I said that, it could be you that is doing this down here, where you may kind of feel like, this person and me, like, I really need some time to figure out what I'm going to do about them. I don't know. Virgo is usually a sign, depending where your moon or your rising sign is, Virgo does not stick around where they're not happy. Virgo does what needs to be done. I know because I have a moon in Virgo. And the Four of Swords just means that somebody needs some space, and you may find it really tricky maybe to have that conversation. You may feel stuck, and you may feel like you just need out. Again, this card supports that. If you are moving on, you will find happiness. You have the Three of Cups. You will not only find happiness, this is, a marriage card. And like I said, you have two marriage cards lined up here in the middle. The Three of Cups with the Sun and the Judgment card. So even if you're choosing to move away from a relationship or a marriage, you will find love again. There will be a new beginning for you. So just kind of looking at these cards before I move on to the continuation of the reading. I feel like there's a lot going on with you in the month of March. You started off with this like really positive message from the Lovers. I feel like in the month of March, like you're really connected to someone, or you really know where you belong. Remember, the Ace of Swords, clarity and truth. You finally know. And you may really need to take action on that with the Emperor being here. You have to take control with the Emperor. I just feel like there's an energy here for a lot of positive energy around your love life, around a significant relationship. There is change. There's good news. Maybe for those that are hoping to hear from someone from the past. A water sign is being emphasized for you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I feel like, this person may have let you down, but again, a relationship resurfaces here. Down here, there could be somebody asking for some space and somebody feeling kind of stuck in the situation, whether it's you or your partner, but I still see happiness. On this side, it's definitely a message of somebody trying to make things up to you. Like they treated you in a very kind of unpleasant way. They were unfair to you. And you may have to choose whether you're going to forgive this person or not. A Temperance being here. You may have to hear their side of the story. I feel like if you're taking back someone from the past in March, it's going to take a lot of work. It could be that there's a lot of work to do as far as like trusting them again. But I do see on this side of the reading, it's a pretty clear message of like somebody being really just fed up with how a relationship or a marriage is going. Being like they can't do this anymore, and feeling like maybe they should look elsewhere. And you might be having that conversation this month. If you are in an unhappy relationship or unhappy marriage, this is all about you being in control of your love life and being really self-confident, knowing that you deserve to have happiness. And I feel like you will have a clear head this month. You will know what you want and what you don't want. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a continuation of this reading. Sometimes you do see this online, but you get charged for it. I'm not going to charge you for it. I'm just going to continue this reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading, not just for you, because I already did that. I'm going to do a reading for you and for your partner. I'm going to use different decks so that we can see if you and your partner are on the same page. And I'm using different decks. If you want to know what decks I'm using, you can just go to my website, go to the updates page, and I have them listed on there. This is for your energy. I've already shuffled and focused on you. Show me the energies around Virgo for March 2018. Seven of Swords. Energies around Virgo for March. Nine of Pentacles. Energies around Virgo for March. The Moon. Energies around Virgo for March. And you have the Lovers again. Okay, so those are your energies. Now I'm going to pull some cards for your significant other. I'm using this deck. Show me the energies around Virgo's love interest for March 2018. Okay, you have a court card here, the King of Pentacles. Energies around Virgo's love interest for March. You have the Prince of Cups. Energies around Virgo's love interest. You have Death. And you have the Four of Wands. Okay, I'm also going to get a main energy from this deck, and this is all major arcana. I'm going to get one for you and then one for your partner. So this is for Virgo. You have Temperance, which you actually had on in the first part of the reading, so obviously this was for you. What's the main energy around Virgo's love interest for March? And they have the World. Okay, so we'll look at those in a minute. Let's focus on your energies first. So you have, let's see, you have the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Lovers card on your side. So, I mean, I can't help but, like, this is like eye-opening here that you have the Seven of Swords, the first card I pulled for you, and then the Moon right here. I feel, you know, for Virgo, I feel like there could be something you don't want to see. Remember that the main energy for you, it's right here, I'm just looking at it. The main energy for you was the Ace of Swords. Like, you know, I kept saying, I feel like you're going to have a clear head in March. I feel like there could be something you don't want to see or something you don't want to admit to yourself. I mean, the Seven of Swords is like this energy of you sticking your head in the sand and saying, there's no problem here. But, I mean, you have this message of self-deceit. And you have the same message with the Moon. The Moon also represents deceit. Of course, they can represent someone lying to you. I don't really get that. I get that there could be something you don't want to admit to yourself. Remember, you also had the Page of Swords in the first part of the reading. And I felt like, you know, you're being completely honest either with yourself or with someone that maybe you're not happy with the way things are. So confirmation here that there could be something that you need to be honest with yourself with, or honest with your partner. And you also have, you know, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which means you've got to look out for number one, and that would be you. The Nine of Pentacles is, you know, it's a really personal energy of putting yourself first. This is a card of personal growth and development and feeling good about yourself and what you've done and what you've accomplished. And this still applies to your love life. This means that you're proud of your love life. So if you're kind of feeling like down in the dumps about your love life, March is a time to fix that. Notice that this card came out. I mean, here's you feeling really good about your love life and where you are and how things are going. It's surrounded by deceiving energy. And again, it does not mean that your partner is lying to you, unless that's why you're watching this video and you feel like they could be cheating. I get a lot of private readings about that. But it does mean you've got to put yourself first. Maybe there's something you're not wanting to admit. Maybe that your partner, you know, is not giving you the stability or the commitment that you want. March is a time where you've got to feel good about what you're doing. You've got to feel good about your relationship. Like, you know, yes, I'm with the person that I know they love me the way I love them. And they put me first. And they do everything they can to make me happy. You know, ask yourself, do you really feel that way about your partner? You know, or do they really make you happy? Again, the Nine of Pentacles, you feel so proud of what you've accomplished. And like I said, this is about your love life. You feel proud of what you and your partner have. You feel proud of where you are in your love life. Is that where you are? And I feel like there's something maybe that you don't want to acknowledge with this deceiving energy here 2 times. There could be something maybe that you don't know. Maybe you're realizing, because I mean, you did have the Ace of Swords. Maybe you're realizing that something in your love life, it needs to change so that you have something that a relationship that you deserve, or marriage that you deserve. The last card that I pulled for you is the Lovers. So this is a time, or this was your first card in the first part of the video, and now it's the last card I pulled for you. March should be a time where you're focusing on a committed relationship. I feel like it's probably not, if you're single, it's not a good time. I mean, I guess you go, if you're not looking for a commitment and you just want to date somebody, that could mean that's what you're finding. But the Lovers is not a superficial energy. This is a long-term committed relationship. If not a marriage, your life partner. I feel like that's what you should be focusing on. But I'm also getting you should be focusing on having a relationship with substance. Like you feel like I could really have a future with this person. And again, feeling good about where you are in your love life. Not kind of making excuses either for yourself or for someone else. Time to be honest. Be proud of where you are and, be looking for this person. Be looking for this committed relationship that you deserve. Okay, let's move over here to your partner. So it's kind of funny that the very first card that I pull for them is you. This is the King of Pentacles, an earth sign. So you are an earth sign. Of course, this could even be them if they are also a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. But I feel like it's you. This has happened for a few of the other signs where your energy popped up on their side of the reading. So I feel like whoever it is that, you're really kind of feeling connected to, I feel like they're very much thinking of you. I mean, and that is further emphasized here by the Prince of Cups. This is love. This is someone wanting a relationship with you. But, I also feel, seeing death right here, that I feel like there has to be a change. And it is on your partner's side here. And it could be your partner, but it could just be, that's why I called it your love interest when I was pulling the cards. I feel like in order for things to work out between you and the person you want to be with, there has to be a huge change. I mean, death, this is a huge transformation, which could be divorce, it could be marriage, it could be that somebody has to move. Also an ending. With death, there's always an ending and a new beginning. I feel like, the person that you want, you're here. I mean, you are on their mind. They want a relationship with you, the Prince of Cups. There has to be some type of huge transformation in order for this to happen. Hard to say what that is in a general reading, even in a continuation of a general reading. There has to be a huge change. And it could be, why you have these weird energies on your side of the reading telling you that maybe there's something that you don't want to admit. Maybe that's what needs to change with death being here. Something has to change, because I do feel like the person that you want, they want you. You're very much on their mind. Not only that, they have the Four of Wands as their final card. So I feel like, they want commitment from you. They want to have a future with you. It's kind of ironic. They have the Four of Wands as their final card, and then you have the Lovers. Obviously, both of these cards are about committed relationships and marriage and love. So if you're married, I feel like, the message here is that your partner wants to stay married to you. They want commitment. Or if you're moving towards a more committed relationship, they may want to move in with you. This is a card about the home. This is just stability. And remember that the main energy from the first part of the reading was the Emperor, about taking control. You can't have a stable relationship, especially if things are like really up in the air. I just feel like there has to be like some big change with the Death card being here, like some huge transformation on your partner's side, because it's literally on their side of the reading. They do want you. I see it here, and you're very much on their mind. But I feel like something drastic has to change on their side for things to really work out. And you've got to feel good about where you are as well. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles it really stands out. I know I keep talking about it, but I just keep getting the message. You have to do what is best for you, and you have to feel proud of where you are in your love life. And if you don't feel proud, then, it's time for maybe to admit some things you don't want to admit. It's time to see something maybe you don't want to see. Now, the main energies for you is Temperance. So this is about, staying calm. Maybe especially for those where you're not getting what you want from your partner right now, where things seem to be a little weird. Temperance is all about keeping things in balance and being very forgiving, being very patient. Because like I said, I feel like there has to be some huge transformation on your partner's side. Even though the energies are there for them to want to be with you, and I feel like they do, your energy here is to be very patient and forgiving. Now, that does not mean making excuses for them, but this is just kind of saying, like, don't push too much. I mean, you do have to assert yourself, because, I mean, that was the main energy from the first part of the reading, the Emperor. I just feel like, don't push too hard with Temperance. Be forgiving. especially if there is something revealed to you in March. Now for them, the World. So, I mean, this is an ending. The World is the last card of the major arcana and represents endings, and then they have death on their side. So it's like something with your partner, it's like they need to kind of end something. I don't know, for some of you it could be that you're interested in someone that is already in another relationship. That has to come to an end before you guys can be happy. But the World also means, you know, on their side, that in order for you and your partner to really have that happily ever after, a cycle in their life has to come to an end. And it could be a cycle as far as maybe them not being sure if they're ready for a relationship, or maybe a cycle where they've been confused, or they don't know how they feel about you. This is like, you know, closing the door on that old chapter in their life. And this has to happen in order for you guys to be together. That's probably why you have Temperance saying be patient. I feel like everything's falling into place for Virgo. I feel like if you are unhappy, because I did see that in the first part of the reading, if you are unhappy with something, I feel like March is a time where you're really, it's going to be like right in your face. Like right in your face for you to acknowledge it. If something is off in your love life, it's going to be right in your face to kind of remind you that, you know, you're not happy or this needs to change. I just feel like, I mean, there is a strong possibility that the person that you want to be with, or the person you want to stay in a relationship with, this looks good. I just feel like there has to be a huge transformation on your partner's side in order for things to work. Okay, Virgo, this has been your love reading for March 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.